Since my childhood, one of my hobbies was just reading a lot of quotes by different authors, and then trying to memorize them. And there's a saying in writing that the best writers are the best robbers. If you steal from one person, that is plagiarism. If you steal from 100 people, that is creativity. So many times I find that if I talk about the hierarchies, like good wisdom in goodness, spiritual wisdom, and bhakti wisdom. So there are many thinkers across the world's traditions who have given very good wisdom at the goodness level, at least sattvic wisdom, we can say. Sometimes some spiritual wisdom also, rarely bhakti wisdom, but they have given, and either using their quotes or taking their quotes as launching pads for rephrasing and rewording and conveying the bhakti, our tradition's truths. So quotes I find are quite powerful. So now we often use scriptural quotes and quotes from our acharyas. Now there are two things. There is one is giving authenticity to our teachings, and the second is giving appeal to our teachings. So quoting from our tradition will bring authenticity. But using quotes from contemporary authorities or people who are respected in the contemporary world, or just quotes that give wisdom in a memorable way, that brings appeal for the audience. So in that sense, if you're looking at a diverse audience, I would say using quotes from contemporary sources is very helpful. It connects with people, and we don't have to necessarily emphasize the sources too much. You could say this, I quote Mark Twain or some thinkers like that, and they made some points that they are helpful.
Our emphasis in trying to up our relevance quota in America is on tools. That's all. We're looking for tools that will help us be more effective. If a Christian hands you the wrench that you need, a Muslim hands you the wrench that you need, a meat eater hands you the wrench that you need that's going to help you do the work that you need done, then why would you quibble over about where it's coming from? The point is,
Yeah,
it's
I agree fully.
gonna work. And so do you find that kind of approach helps you not be too sensitive to criticism from certain quarters?
Yes. One of my favorite traditional metaphors for this is that when Lord Ram and his Vanaras, his monkey soldiers, were trying to build a bridge across the ocean to go from the Indian subcontinent to Lanka, at that time they didn't think that we have to get rocks only from our kingdom, that we have to go to Ayodhya and the bridge has to be built with the rocks only from Ayodhya. No, from wherever the bridge rocks are available, use the rocks. The means are not as important as the purpose. The purpose was to actually reach Sita and rescue Sita. So I feel that we have to be very, very careful about the ultimate message, the ultimate direction in which our message is pointing. But to point the message in that direction, as you said, the tools that we use, the means that we use can, and not only can be, but need to be circumstantial. So it's like if if you're going to build a temple in America, we don't have to get the rocks and the bricks and the cement from India to build a temple over there. The point is that even the architecture might be somewhat similar to, might not be exactly Indian, but who is at the sanctum sanctorum in the temple? That is the important thing. So like that, my understanding is that if we are building a coherent message and it is pointing towards a core conclusion or a core point that is in consonance with our tradition, that is key to our tradition, then how we build up that point, that is up to each person. And some devotees may prefer to build that point with quoting only traditional sources, but traditional means sources from our own tradition. Some may build it by using contemporary sources. But I feel that more than the particular sources for the particular points that we are making, we have to focus on how that point is leading to the central argument, contributing central argument, and what that central argument is. So
I don't feel that using different tools to achieve the same result is compromising or minimizing our philosophy or going against Prabhupada's mood. As long as what you have in the circle, as long as what you have when people get in is Krishna, chanting Hare Krishna, offering your food associated with devotees, you know, there's a difference between opening a different door to give people access to your inner circle and changing what's in the inner circle. And I think critics within our devotional community often make this mistake, that because you're you're opening a different door, they think that you only have to come in through one door to get to the inner circle. But it seems to me that preaching, successful preaching and relevance means that you're going to create multiple doors based on multiple audiences and multiple interests. That's not the same thing as compromising what's inside the door. Am I right or wrong?
That's beautifully put. If we don't have multiple doors, some doors may just not be relevant, may not be accessible or appealing for some people.